Hello ladies, you've requested a tutorial on this project, so I'm going to do a really quick one for you. This project is very easy to do. The flowers are made with the Stampin' Up! Punch Blossom and this one, which is, I think it's called the triple layer bouquet, I think. So those two, and all you do is punch out for these particular flowers. I punched 3. Some of the other ones I only punched 2. But I'm going to show you how I did these exact flowers. So 3 of those, 1 of the punch from that, and it's the 3rd one in. You need your matte pack, a really cute brad, and your paper piercer. So all these products I'm using are from the Celebration catalog, the paper and the brad. So just poke a hole in the center of the flower so you can put your brad in there, and these are just those smush flowers, so just put the brad through the center and crinkle up the flower. Usually start with the middle one and just smush it to the center. There's not really a wrong way to do it. It's just smashing it. And then you can shape it a little bit after when you start to pull it apart. I like some of my petals to curve under, so I just use my paper piercer to shape those. I just smash them up, and then start to unfold them and play with it till it looks the way that you want it to look. And if you want your petals to curl under, I just take the paper piercer and put the tip there and just kind of curl them around. So I'm going to show you one more variation. I did using cardstock as a layer, and also using that same triple layer punch. For this card, I used the felted cardstock technique. So all you do is use your bone folder to break down the fibers and just continue to do this. It takes a few seconds, so do it for, I don't know, maybe like 15-20 seconds, something like that. But you'll feel it start to get really like pliable, and when it's ready, if you look at the seam here, you'll see that it's actually starting to split, and you're just going to want to find where it's splitting. Sometimes I find if I use my paper piercer and put it in to where it's splitting, I can get it to come apart pretty easy. And then you just pull them apart, and then you have 2 flowers to work with. So for this one, it's really 1 punch from that blossom, but you rip it in half, or you rip it in half. So now you have 2. I used that same punch. This is the number 3, and then this is the number 1. So this one goes down, and then on this one I just snipped in a little bit so I could curl those petals around a little more. And you can do this also with the other flower I showed you if you wanted your petals to be more shapely. And then it's just the same thing. Layer them all together. And scrunch them up, and then those petals that I cut, I'm actually going to roll them in the same way I did the other ones. Just do the same thing, smash them. Okay, and then you go back and curl your edges. The other thing that I do sometimes if the paper's kind of thin is if you spray it with water and then heat set it, sometimes that will firm it up and make it a little more stiff. So if I find that it's not holding the shape well, sometimes that will help. And these are great because if you don't like the shape, you can always just redo it. Just smash it up again or uncurl them and redo it. Okay, so those are the flowers. The box is very easy. It's just a piece of cardstock that is 6.5 by 6.5, and I've scored it at 1/2 inch and 1 inch on all sides. When I'm using my Simply Scored tool, I find that it's easier to score. It's easier for me to score on this side instead of this side where I have to kind of be up against this corner. So what I actually do is I lay my paper on, so I score it at 6 and 5.5, flip it, and then score it again at 6 and 5.5, and I just do that on all 4 sides. And then you are going to remove 3 squares. This is just a basic box pattern. And then you're going to make the little flaps. Okay. Now you have your box. And you'll use Tombow, that liquid multi-glue, or sticky strip to stick it down. And these guys are all going to attach first. And then the inside flap folds it over the little flap so it looks nice and clean on your edges. Alright, and then you can take your bone folder and crease those edges down. There's the box, and here's the insert. It's just a piece of cardstock. It measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I just poked a hole and put these on so my hostess can take these off and reuse them. And then these squares are just 2 by 2. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and thanks for watching.